Yes, people, welcome to another episode of Last of the Real podcast. And it's another wonderful Sunday evening. Can you hear the
Indeed.
voice you don't know? Man like Zane, people's favorite,
Bless up in a peeps, my day in the place.
which is right. But JRP, you don't know, as usual, we're going to kick it off with the weekend's fixtures. And we're going to jump right tonight, people.
Right tonight.
Tottenham and Chelsea.
Mm.
That one is
Two London
sticky
side.
patter. Two London side. Hey, you
Yes.
think it live up to the London derby? Or you think it was a boring affair?
It was a dull affair, but credit to Tottenham for pulling off a win. What is that? Their seventh win since Conte is not there?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, last week I said it, Conte's assistant has a 100% win record when he's stepped in for Conte.
Yes, and
Right,
Mr.
so-
Reliable score again. Harry.
Yeah, man, the dynamic duo as usual.
But yes, Batman and Robin.
Batman and Rabbit.
But all the attention will be mostly on Chelsea because this is another match that they have lost, and more pressure is building. Is it a case that Graham Potter just pretty much give up on the season already and just focusing? Well, I don't want to say focus on Champions League, but just pretty much treating this as pre-season and just rebuild and come again for the new season.
Honestly, I think that would be wise. Focus on the Champions League and, rebuild and come again. I think that would be a wise thing to do. Because, as far as I'm seeing it, the season gets from Chelsea already. I know we know they won't be relegated. I can safely say that. Right? You won't be relegated. You still have a chance in the Champions League. So
Yeah.
focus fully on the Champions League and use the Premier League to try and figure out your best 11. Because I still don't think he knows his best 11,
He's still experimenting.
Still experimenting. Because we see the changes again this game. The likes
Yeah, we
of,
see the many changes.
yeah, because Sterling start, Madrid bench, Aubameyang got a game. At least it was 15 minutes. But he's still experimenting with his team. So that would be the best thing to do. Use this as pre-season.
I agree.
So, like we said, still give Tottenham credit because this is another clean sheet for Tottenham, So I think they're getting it right defensively.
So you think this is probably Conte doing the work from behind?
I mean, it could be, it could be, but I think his assistant is capable enough.
Well, he's doing the job. Perfect record.
Definitely perfect record. Here and I think it was in Syria A where he was with Conte as well. So
Yeah,
perfect record all around.
perfect record. Well done to him.
Yeah, man. And Harry Kane is stretching his Tottenham legacy again.
That's
another
the
goal.
thing you can do right now. You won't get a title.
Yeah, definitely. There's no trophies there for Kane. So might as well, if you don't move, leave your legacy as best as you can.
Agreed.
But staying on the London derby between Chelsea and Tottenham, there was a bit of controversy, with Hakeem Ziyech and Emerson Royal.
Yeah. In real life,
you think in real life it looked real?
it look the red.
Yes, it looked the red, and I can say this: plaudits to VAR because, matter of fact, it wasn't even really VAR. It was the referee going over to look at the monitor.
Yeah, which he should have done, and which more referee needs to do.
Need to do exactly.
Because when I look at the replay, it wasn't as bad as how it looked in real time.
Exactly, because initially I thought, he had slapped him in the face or so. But
yeah, correct. But you realize it was just a little scruffle, which tends to happen in football.
Yeah, because Emerson Royal actually charged into the back of ZH, and then ZH tried to push him. And like someone said earlier, it was like a Darwin Núñez push where he tried to push and his hand slipped. But Speaking of Darwin Nunes, you want to jump straight into Liverpool
We
Crystal
can
Palace?
jump straight tonight.
Another poor performance by Liverpool. I don't know what is happening there. Crystal Palace actually played better than Liverpool, and had the better of the chances.
I remember when we talking about this last game, we could say you can never tell what Crystal Palace will come out and do.
Exactly. If Crystal Palace was a little bit more clinical, they could have beat Liverpool. Liverpool were there for the taking.
They would.
No,
and Liverpool runs continue.
You think Klopp getting his players back will actually be able to push Liverpool up into the top 4 or secure the top 4?
Yes, I honestly believe so. With the likes of some of their players coming back, Jota, one of the players that have been really missed this season. And when you look at it, miss, you can just really hope that he will just add more value to this Liverpool team. And Liverpool is not far up. They sit 37 in the league and 36 points. There's Fulham still ahead of them. There's Newcastle, which is currently sliding at the moment. And then there's Tottenham. But to set a break in the top 4, I think that's going to be a hard task, to be honest. They might get a European spot, but I don't think Champions League.
So, all right. Well, you think they definitely will get Champions League?
No, I don't think they will get a Champions League spot. They will get a Europe spot, but not Champions League.
Okay. Well, I mean, things just look away for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Just like you cannot predict what Crystal Palace will come with. It's basically the same for Liverpool.
Yeah,
hot one day, cold the next.
And cold next day. And the reason I said I don't think they will get that Champions League spot, because when you look at Tottenham, Manchester United, Manchester City and Arsenal, they are consistently finding 3 points.
Yes.
Liverpool definitely is not consistently finding that. And the season is winding down now, and the likes of Tottenham are like you said, Tottenham finds 6 wins now. Manchester United is in a great form.
I think they're the informed team.
They're the informed team in Europe. Manchester City, as much as they have hit speed bumps here and there, they're still managing to turn things around. And Arsenal still digging and grinding out result. So it's hard to see Liverpool breaking into that top 4. I think that top 4 will remain the same come the end of the season. I honestly thought Newcastle would have been in there. But for some reason, it seemed like the pressure is getting to them.
Yeah. I think Newcastle kind of burn out now.
Yes, so, and it's showing.
Yeah, definitely showing. But as you talk about Manchester City being in there, they had a routine win.
Routine wins against Bournemouth.
It was.
We didn't expect any surprise here, any upset.
No,
wasn't expecting it.
None at all. I mean, the only surprise was that Bournemouth scored a goal.
Yeah, and the only surprise again is Haaland did score a hat-trick.
Yeah, there you go. It was just one for Haaland this time around.
Yeah, but surprising, right?
Exactly. I mean, he's what, 27 now?
Yes, 27.
From 24 games?
Yeah, from 24 games. Woo, pretty record.
I mean, this man is breaking records left, right, and center. And the debate is out there on social media and everywhere that is Haaland hurting City, or, is City a good team with Haaland?
And that is a debate for our next year. But
definitely.
The thing about it is that a couple weeks ago, Bournemouth was managing to picking up some wins here and there. But the reality is that they are still they're not rooted at the foot of the table, but they are they're just right above Southampton. Things are getting a little doom and gloomy because their next opponent is Arsenal.
They're in for a tough run of fixtures right now.
Coming up right now. And when you look at some of these fixtures, it's hard to see where they will pick up a win, because right at this point in the season, a point is not going to cut it.
No. And the only thing I can say for everybody, let's say from maybe 13 down, you have to beat the players or the teams around you in order to stay up. That would be the key. Forget about beating the guys up there in the top 10, but when you play the teams around you, you definitely have to beat them.
Definitely.
So if Bournemouth can do that, they should be safe. But another team that is rooting and fighting down there at the bottom, Southampton, they took on a Leeds team that, they've been scrapping away as well. And this game was a very, very scrappy game.
Two side that is playing scrappy football, two side that is pretty much fighting to stay up. Leeds got the better hand, and Southampton misery still continue. I believe that Southampton will get relegated. I've been saying this since the start of the season.
Sure.
And the only thing that I can say is that player like Ward-Prowse, does he deserve to go into the championship? I don't think so. I think Ward-Prowse is a capable player, possibly not to break into a top 4 or a top 6 side, but you could see him playing in a side like possible Leeds if they're not fighting relegation next season. So this is a player that would definitely have to go just continue doing what he's doing and just find a way out of Southampton because that ship is sinking.
Yeah, honestly, I can't see Southampton staying afloat. But the ironic thing with Southampton is they beat Chelsea last week, courtesy of a Ward-Prowse free kick or a Ward-Prowse one-piece special. And then turn up and lose against Leeds, the team that they should be beating.
Boy,
the team that is right there above them.
It is showing that maybe they need to start getting free kick in every match.
Yeah, that is it. They need a free kick
maybe that won't help them, Zane, because when I said Southampton is pretty much far up, they are far up. Southampton not even hit the 20 mark points yet.
True. And normally, at this stage of the season, if you don't have 20 points, you're going down.
It will be some miracle to turn this around.
Yeah, man, definitely. Now, a team that looks like they may just turn it around, West Ham United. They took on Nottingham Forest, boy, and what a display.
Wasn't expecting this from Nottingham Forest, to be exact. I was expecting them to show more guts, resilience, find a win like what they have been doing a couple weeks ago.
That is it, because Nottingham Forest had put together a good run of form,
Yeah,
to where they're sitting 13.
Yeah,
right.
So I would expect them to beat a West Ham that is indeed struggling.
Exactly. I'd expect them to, be more dogged and digging. But
the West Ham players turn up like we expected them to do from the start of the season. We expect the likes of Mikel Antonio to do better.
Yeah.
The Declan Rice, the Danny who transferred there. We expect these players to step up. The Bowen. They all did today. They all did and had splendid game.
Yeah, man. And the crazy thing, it's the goals, they came in basically a 15-minute spell.
Yeah, and that was a 15 minutes of those brilliant football.
Yeah, man. It's like the first 2 goals just basically deflate and sink Nottingham Forest. And then the floodgates open.
Yeah, but the thing about it now with West Ham is that with that impressive win, with that impressive display of performance, now they will have to go and fight a Manchester United. That is not the team you want to play after coming off a win like this.
No, definitely not.
Compared to a Nottingham Forest who is going up against an Everton side.
That is struggling as well.
Yeah, West Ham want to build momentum by playing and defeating teams that in and around them, like you said. Not a Manchester United.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that they can't be Manchester United, but it's going to be a tough going.
Right. Definitely it's going to be a feisty affair. No, we want to look at our game. A 1-0 win against Leicester City.
Another scrappy game.
I must say this though. This is the most dominant 1-0 you'll see.
Yes.
Because did Leicester have an attempt on target?
No, this is the thing in Azian. It took Leicester City in the 71 minute to have an attempt at goal. And it wasn't even on target.
No.
It wasn't.
No, it wasn't even. And the scrappiness came in, because they tried to disrupt Arsenal's flow.
Yeah.
So but that's why they took the game scrappy.
Looking at Leicester, Zian, it is just a pity how Leicester are falling off.
Yes.
Because and they still have the same amount, they still have the same set of players in their squad. It's not like, hey, them offload a lot of these players. They're still there.
Or it's a bag of new signings like Chelsea, for example. No, it's still the same crap.
Because from the get-go, Zian, at no point I felt uncomfortable watching that match.
No.
It was just like, no disrespect to Leicester and their fans. It was just like a training game. Oh, the best 11. You know what, routine. Just go out there and play some ball.
That is it.
The things that I have noticed is that Arteta, thumbs up to you. Formation didn't change, but personnel changed.
Personnel change, yes.
You put in Trossard in the middle after he and Martinelli rotated that fast number 9 road. That is something different because we at home could always think of your starting 11 without even seeing.
Without feel, we just
know what the starting 11 got.
This is the 11.
Yeah, we like that because at least you give Leicester something to think about.
And Trossard actually did well in the road.
No, Trossard did brilliant. Really I mean, if VAR didn't take away the goal, his goal, which they rightfully did, because I don't know what Ben White was doing right there.
No, which they rightfully did. But let me ask you, so how did VAR see that? Because remember, the ball had gotten punched out and recycled before Trossard hit his shot, right? The ball got punched out and then passed onto Trossard before he took his shot. How did VAR see that?
Because what the thing is, Zane, the technology is there to spot everything.
Exactly.
But they don't consistently use that technology. Exactly. There's a technology there to go even ultra zoom.
Which they did.
No. And if the technology is there, then use the technology that's all we've been asking, use it consistently.
And I'm glad you said the technology is there, but not used consistently, because in the same game, why didn't they check with that soccer penalty? How did they not check that?
VAR, well, and folks, let me clear up this. Because saying VAR is the issue and are saying that the personnel operating VAR is two different meaning. We have a problem with the officials who are who are operating VAR, because VAR is doing the technology is damn good.
It's brilliant. Without a doubt.
But when you have personnel who's saying, "Oh, I forgot to draw the offside line," "Oh, we didn't look on that," "Oh, that was just a mistake by the defender and he pulled on Saka." Come on, man, that's a penalty.
I mean, listen, even Alan Shearer said it, right? Alan Shearer came out and said Saka not getting a penalty, right, in the win over Leicester. He said, "I don't care if it's accidental or if he slips. He actually takes Saka down.
A penalty is a penalty.
A penalty is a penalty." Because Shearer said it, the ball is coming in, whether Saka will get to it or not, right? But the mere fact that it takes Saka out, and that's a foul on any area of the pitch. So how is it not a penalty then if you take the player out? Inconsistent.
But Zane, before we move away from the Arsenal and Leicester match, right? I have observed something, and I don't know if I'm looking too deeply into this. I think this is like the second time around where we see Talisman didn't start for Leicester when he's facing Arsenal.
Yes. I don't know if Rodgers is, thinking maybe when he plays Arsenal, his mind is not going to be there, but I noticed it as well. And the thing is, when Talisman came on, he played really good.
Yeah, he played really good until he picked up that knock, and then you know. But is that a sign to say that Leicester? Well, it's clear as day that he's not signing a new contract, so he's going to left as a free agent.
Right, but so, is he coming to Arsenal?
That's the $1 million question.
Yes,
possible.
I would actually love Tillman in the team, you know?
Because
I would definitely love
when you look at it, I have no problem with that as well. Because when you look at it, right, you have Georgina, who is now there, who's an experienced candidate. You have Elneny, who signed a new contract, and this is a new contract. This is not an extension, because what I have come to understand that he take a pay cut.
A pay cut.
Yes. So this is a new contract. Getting Tillman wouldn't be bad, because you know why?
No.
There is Europe there. And playing in this system, I'm playing this system, Zian, where Xhaka have this new role where he's bombing forward. When you look at Xhaka right now, you can see the exhaustion. You can see that Xhaka is tired.
Yes. And it kind of affecting some of his decision making.
Yeah, I mean, his decision making get very sluggish right now. Xhaka need a breather. So coming forward, there's nowhere where Xhaka is going to play that amount of game in that role consistently next season. If you think of it,
Xhaka has played basically every game, you know, not just for Arsenal, but in the World Cup as well.
Yeah, and every game, I think Xhaka's only missed one game this season. And I think it was for an upset stomach. No, it did start, then he came off.
Did start and came off, yes.
Yeah, so basically he start every game. And every World Cup as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the mileage is on him. Yeah.
Why? Any additions is a welcome addition. And I will say, fair play to Elneny. Right?
Yeah, fair play.
He's a valued member of the team. He knows he knows his role, and he accepts his role, and he's willing to take a pay cut to stay with the team.
And I like what Arteta said, that in any difficult moment, you have to show these players loyalty, because rightfully Arsenal could have gone the other way, but no, they choose not to. And this is what we like to see: you reward players with loyalty, because Elneny has been loyal. He has never come out publicly and grumble and say not getting enough game. When him do get a chance to play, him give his all. You remember that match against Manchester United when Elneny run down the 90th minute?
Yeah, man, run down every ball. So, you know, I like how things are progressing at Arsenal.
Yeah, man.
You know, but we could just look for Aston Villa and Everton real quick there, because this is two teams where they're basically fighting it. I tell you, no, Villa, since Emery's coming on, since Emery's come, they have been on a piece of farm. Yes, they've had their blips, but since Emery's coming, Villa has been playing a whole different ball game.
Yeah, and you know, funny enough, Zane, I'm kind. How a team play good but still manage to lose?
I don't know.
Because Everton was actually playing good.
Everton played the better ball game.
Yeah, because there's not one
player way better.
There's not one player in an Everton jersey we can point out and say, "Yeah, I'm a poor game." No. I can tell you one thing though. It was basically a display of goalkeeping ability. Yes, Pickford was the yes.
Oh gosh, man, Pickford save. It was the pick of the bunch.
Yeah,
believe me.
And this is what football is at times. You could say Everton doesn't deserve to be on the losing end, but the reality is that you have to put the ball in the back of the net. And Aston Villa did that. And this was not even the best of Aston Villa side, but done to Watkins again. 5 in 5.
Yeah, man. 5 in 5. He's another player on farm.
And he's a player that not many people talking about.
Exactly. And I think it's because the focus is mainly on the Rashfords and the Haalands. He's
Yes.
basically, creeping under the radar, so to speak.
But
But
question
he's
saying, if
performing.
Watkins continue to find the backup in there, you think he will be there next season for Aston Villa?
No.
Depends on who comes calling.
Chavi, what you say? Because nice of you to join in.
Yeah, man. Nice of you to join in.
Me the dear Chavi, I think him say something like no.
No. Yeah, I think him said no.
So you think it's time for Watkins pack up him bag and ship out?
Personally, it depends who comes calling.
Depends.
Right? It depends who comes calling because we know Watkins is an Arsenal fan, right?
Yes.
So if Arsenal comes calling, then maybe. And if the money is right, maybe.
Hey, where you say Chavi?
I think they should be calling still. Because
and sell Eddie.
And well, alright. Earlier on as the loyalty stands with El Nini.
Yeah.
It's set away because we have
Fair point.
We have the other youngster.
Bolongan over
Lokanga.
No man.
Bolonga.
Over Sunday. Over Paris and score a bag of goal.
Yeah, I think it's fair enough to call him in and give him a run. It's good enough when you can have a Oliver striker, but there's no way we can force strikers.
There's no way we can force striker.
I have a loan Eddie. Well, I'd rather have a loan Eddie first before I sell him. So I'd rather.
But does Eddie deserve to be loaned out?
No, I'm not more like Eddie because you know why? He's actually coming, and even though most people write him off that he wouldn't do what Jesus had been doing, he actually came in, hit the ground running, and was doing the job.
But we're in a kind of a sticky situation right now because we can always we have seen enough of Eddie to really know that Eddie will never be the number one striker. And right now it seems like even a number two kind of sticky for him.
But then again, Jeremy, you might all the players when I play where you can call upon. So if it's a case where him not gonna be the man, if it's a case where you go ship him out, call in Bolongan, or is the next case when you go for Watkins. If you go for Watkins, you have Watkins, Jesus, and you have a Java for Bolongan. So how is that gonna work out?
I'm both Watkins is a different player as well because he doesn't play as a fast 9.
Exactly. Right. But when you have 3, Eddie the man will understand him road. Understands when you call upon him, he's there. Is it gonna be the same with those 3 players?
Why? A lot of questions need to be answered.
You see, the thing is, Chavi, what I like, there's a whole lot of games. And if we want to be competitive in all of these games, squad depth is important.
Exactly.
Because let's look at City, right? City has such a squad depth that most of their players can, basically get
farm next team.
Exactly, farm next team.
But Zane, you see, for me, I think 4 striker that be a little bit too much.
Could be
4, because City don't have 4 strikers. So when you have 4 any other player, it's easier to sub that player than to sub a striker. Because if that player is doing great and farm, really actually you don't need 4 striker. I don't think no team really need 4 striker. And you have your wide players them already. So and I like say you go play them on the wide no one there. You have your wide players them already. So
boy, touchy topic because we I mean half of the camp saying that hey we need an next striker. Some saying that hey what we're gonna do with Eddie because rightfully I don't want to just kick Eddie to the curb like that.
Neither do I.
But in the reality is that we need an next striker
with a different style of play. And like I said, Eddie know the system in and out. So I don't think Eddie have a problem coming in on the bench. But if you call back our youngster Bolonga from over Paris, that make it now
3 striker, and if you got bring in Watkins now, that make it 4 striker.
Yeah. But differently from Watkins coming to Arsenal, me not see him with Villa next season. I see him somewhere else. Somebody
Yes.
will come call him.
Is it within England?
Well, teams are there within England and might as well outside England too, because I think he's that good.
Yeah, is that one of the teams that I don't think Newcastle will come can. Newcastle doesn't need an next striker.
No, they don't need an extra.
No. And if they do go for an next striker, I wouldn't think it would be
possible enough, you know. If you look on it this way, Manchester United need a striker, you know.
But they're not looking there. Manchester United always look on the big guns. So they look on the Hurricane and them big man there. They want Mbappe and them players there.
Which is right.
Watkins could do a good job for them.
And truth be told, I mean, Manchester United don't need a Hurricane.
No, they don't.
No.
They just around the hype.
Yeah, you don't need a Hurricane right now. Hurricane is coming to his end of his career. And when you look on Watkins, who is 37, it's fair to say 27, I mean.
27,
Watkins is not even his prime as yet.
And you see, and that's why I wouldn't let go players like Eddie or any of our players, because they're really young.
Yeah.
Right? They're nowhere near their prime, let alone, let's say, past it. So I wouldn't let any of our players.
Fair point.
But
before I cut out, BLM, I see you now. You have a poor game. I see you. The first time I never see you.
4 games this game. Good game against Arsenal.
Leon Bailey.
Oh, Mr. Overrated. Yes. Oh, boy.
Yeah, man. Look, good cameo against Arsenal and poor this week. But you know what? That is Bailey's, like I said, middle name, Mr. Overrated. But the last game of the game week, still another Friday game, was Fulham and Wolves. Boy. Listen, Wolves played actually pretty good in that game, you know, man. Right?
Yeah.
Fulham played good as well. But I guess it's fair to say the 1-1 draw was a
share up the spoil.
Yeah. I was really expecting Fulham to take it, but
so was I, because they've been on the
that makes 3 of us.
Well done to Wolves, because they stand the ground and they play some really good football. And
Fulham is doing what many of us thought that they were not going to do. They're still hanging around in a Europe spot.
Yeah, man, they're staying up. No, that goal that Wolves player scored, not Wolves player, the Fulham player scored.
Yeah.
Solomon. That was a cracker.
A cracker indeed.
That was a peach of a goal, man.
Yeah, man.
Peach of a goal.
But I'm big up Bobby Reid too, you know, because he has been having a very consistent season.
A really good season. A really, really good season.
And this is another 30-year-old in Fulham side that is
big up William.
Yeah, William.
Hey, William looked like you remember the song Return of the Mac?
Return of the Mac.
The man look like he reached 38, brother.
I mean,
like 25.
You know, honestly, this William look better than the William at Chelsea. That is how good the man look right now.
I mean, in the group, there was a debate that said, you know, who would be one of the influential player in a side. Yeah, you know, me I nominate William because this man have Fulham a player.
Him turn around Fulham.
At 34. Imagine that. The man look like he not even look the age at 34. The man just a player.
Everybody remember the last picture of William, you know, when William had a belly, you know, big belly.
Stress out.
Stress out. Frost.
But it seemed like the move to Brazil helped him.
The man reinvented himself.
And this was the William that Arteta wanted. Xavi said it many times.
Yes.
If
we're glad for him still. We're glad for him.
Good.
Yeah, man. But now, you know, we know the game week not done because it's a double game week. And there's some games on Wednesday. Arsenal, Everton, Liverpool and Wolves. Now the Arsenal-Everton game. If we win this game, this is Arsenal's game in hand. You know. We win this. we will be 5 points ahead of Manchester City.
I am expecting Arsenal to come out and pretty much seek revenge against Everton, especially, let me not say this again because they beat us while on a losing streak. And say Aston Villa come and beat them. So
exactly.
Everton is once again down in the mud and looking for a way out. And Arsenal just need to finish them on Wednesday. As it relates to Liverpool, again, like we said with Crystal Palace in when we were leading up to that game weekend, never know what can happen with Liverpool.
That is true. You never know what Liverpool
Wolves can very well come out and walk away with a point.
Yeah. Well, let's see how the game weekends.
What you say, Chabi?
I really don't know nothing about Liverpool because I'm in a bank on them for the weekend and boy, I think Liverpool really a comeback, but boy, nothing coming back.
You see, like what me and Zane was discussing earlier before you jump in. I don't see Liverpool breaking into that top 4.
Top six possibly.
Them can possibly get
not top 4.
Top 6 because unless Eddie O find a way to get Newcastle back up and running. Because
I think Newcastle need a break. Newcastle need a break, like a week or 2 break.
And that break is not coming.
It's not coming. None at all.
That break is not coming. And
the good thing still Newcastle is sitting in 5th and they're 5 points ahead of Liverpool.
Yes.
Right? Same amount of games played.
And they're 2 points ahead of Fulham.
Right. But they have 2 games in hand over Fulham.
So they would have to win those both games. And we have been saying this since they play Arsenal at the Emirates. Newcastle doesn't look the same team again. Them look off the boil. Them look like them Steve.
Before that match, I think before match, you see the decline. So that's why they come and Arsenal.
All right. So it was declining. That's why I didn't even have much confidence in Newcastle in the League Cup finals. Congratulations to Man U, by the way. I wasn't rooting for them to even pull off that win because the signs were showing.
The first thing, then keeper.
That was a big blunder from last week.
I think it's them have players, couple players coming off of injuries now. We probably should fit him back on the side and gel back and make a side.
But you see the thing about it, Chavi. Them have the squad, but they Eddie consistently play that starting level like how Arteta plays starting level.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to just
be brave and switch up things now and change out person.
When I question, I want to ask, because a couple of friends that have a debate about it last time. The league very close, from the top close, top 6 close, Champions League spot close, and even relegation. Normally, what them say when you have 33 points, they see for relegation.
Yeah.
33, 36,
You feel like it will be that this time around? As don't they look really close?
Yeah. I think going into the future as well, that's no. I think we're going to see that the EPL is going to get much closer and closer. Because right now, it's pretty much, when you look at the top 6, Liverpool and Chelsea not even in it.
No. And the crazy thing, a few weeks ago, Liverpool were 11 while Chelsea was 10. Liverpool are 7 now.
So the competition is there.
Yeah, and the point gaps them close now. Like
very close. It's one of the closest I've seen in years. Yeah. Close.
Right true.
Is like what Zane said, we look from 13 go down, that tight,
Yeah, anything possible.
Anything possible because Nottingham Forest can go pull right back into the mix.
Yes. All right, now Chelsea that 10th and them feel them secure. You're right.
And even Crystal Palace is not totally out of it.
Yeah. No. So listen, and that's why the Premier League is the greatest league in the world. That's why when we talk about VAR, we have to go so hard at them because if we have the best players in the world, the most fans, the most money, the most views, we
Yeah, man.
also need the best refs and the best technology.
And
Set the example.
I second that. We need competent officials to
Yes.
watch over the games. We can't have him below par referees.
No, none at all. None at all.
Because the reality is that we see other management coming out and say EPL. Right now, I think in the future EPL might just be the league that everybody watch.
Yeah, man, definitely. And all right, look, you remember when a few teams wanted to cut away and make a Super League?
Yeah,
The EPL is already the Super League.
very entertaining.
Yeah.
You never know what can happen on the day.
Never know. EPL is the Super League.
Yes, EPL is a Super League.
Yeah, man. Listen, no disrespect to the other leagues and the other fans, but of the three of us, how many of us watch, let's say, La Liga? I don't really watch La Liga like that.
No, I stopped looking at La Liga from Messi cut out.
Probably.
Bro.
Nah.
La Liga is if I catch a game, I catch a game.
Yeah.
All right? It doesn't get any better. How many of us watch the French league like that?
All when I'm looking at Arsenal loanies.
All right.
Same.
Right? We don't watch the Bundesliga.
No, that just look.
And
no.
I save the worst for last. We don't really watch Syria. I mean,
recently I'm kind of tuning in because Napoli is a boy. The man them just a like a monster side.
Me look at my boy.
Listen,
I will look at my boy Drew. No one did.
I would look at Napoli because I'm trying to remember the name of their striker.
But Zane, before we cut off, I think one of the things that we can all agree on is that if a superstar leave the English Premier League, it doesn't take away the fans with him. We still stick there and watch it. When you look at La Liga, when Messi left and when Ronaldo left, that was just doomsday right over there.
Listen, the TV viewers, that dropped.
Yeah, everything.
Shirt sales dropped.
That
dropped. Everything dropped.
So even if Alan, Rashford, because they are the two most informed player right now in the league, if them both man pack up them bag and cut tomorrow, EPL still standing.
And look at this now. If you have a man like a Salah go over a La Liga now, he might bring all that fans with him. So English players them will carry the fans all over. You know, and remain and fans them still remain at England same way. Not take away from the league.
I give you one better. Look, remember any side anywhere Ronaldo go, let's say when he was at Madrid shirt sales went through the roof. Right? When him leave and go Man U, Madrid shirt sales drop, Man U shirt sales go
skyrocket.
No, when Henry leave, right? You think the number 14 shirt sales go down? The number 14 still a sell.
It's still a sell.
It's still a sell. You understand? So the EPL is just the EPL, the best league in the world.
True. Somebody have to go back. True.
Yeah. That is just how it is.
And I think credit to the marketers because they don't market the English Premier League as, hey, come and look on this number one player. It's always come and take in the best teams.
The best teams. Listen, let me give the last example before we cut out the EPL, right? Is so popular. The game, the Fantasy Premier League app, right, has gotten bigger and bigger to where it went from, I think, 6 million players last year or somewhere around here. It's almost 10 million players this year.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was saying this is unrealistic, man.
Yeah.
10 million managers.
10 million managers. The EPL has gotten so big that it's broken into the Indian market. And we all know that's cricket dominated.
Cricket is God over there.
Cricket is God. that side of the world.
And they break into that market without an Indian player.
That is it. That is it.
So
India
imagine
have
they
a
did have
football
an
team, by the way.
An Indian player.
But India have a football team?
If they have one, we don't know it.
We don't know it.
The last time I heard Ronaldinho was over there playing indoor football.
Ronaldinho going nowhere right now.
Yes, the man love football. He man got prison go play.
Bro, from the ball around, Ronaldinho is there. Yeah, man. But people, you don't know. The last of the reel again. I would just ask everyone, go on, smash the like button.
Mash it up.
Yeah, man. Share it with your friends. Hey, Travel prediction I gonna come true, you know. And when it come true, we have a play back that very first episode there.
Why, if it come true, I think we need to buy him a crate or something, you know, because this
Yeah,
man come
man.
up boldly and say, you know, say Arsenal are win the league.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Definitely. People, if you don't believe, go check back the first episode.
Yes, it was the. We have to go back to the arc. I think it was the first episode. Yes.
Yeah, man. Check it back, man. And here, Travel prediction. So,
Most
like I
definitely,
said,
man.
Travi, respect and bless up again for half hour, you know.
Yeah,
But
man.
people, like usual, don't know where I tell everybody, be a brother's keeper and walk good.
Good up, he follow you.
Then
Let's up.